Nice.
Yeah, I used to be a purple belt when I was like 12 years old.
Yeah, man.
But I need to go back. You know what I mean? I need to get a little black belt. I'll be good.
But purple's pretty far.
Yeah. Purple's right there. You know. But I think I'm a little rusty. You know. Kind of forgot some moves. That's cool though. I think meditation. I think just being spiritual in general is very important.
This is the CLIMACO podcast.
Welcome to another episode of the CLIMACO podcast. My guest today is Blond John.
Yes, sir.
What's up, bro?
What up, bro? I'm excited.
It's been a while in the making.
It has, you know. I'm like, damn, okay, we're really here. We're really out here doing it.
We rolling.
I walk in, I see the studio. I'm like, dang, cameras. I'm like, hey, cool, little logo, little podcast, little basketball hoop. I'm like, he got it all.
I appreciate that, bro.
That's dope.
Bro, I'm dying to know, how'd you get the nickname? Clearly, your hair.
Yes.
But that's really where it came from? You just dyed your hair blonde, called you Blond John?
You want to know how long? Can you guess how long I've had my hair blonde? I want you to see if you can take a guess.
Like, I don't know, 5-10 years?
Yeah, almost a decade. I've had it blonde for about 8 years.
Wow.
8 years, yeah. So the way it happened was growing up, everyone would be like, yo, you and your brother, you guys look alike. You guys are twins. You guys are twins. And I was like,
You guys do look alike.
yeah, we do, you know?
Genetics is a bitch.
We're twins, just 3 years apart, you know? And so that was one of the reasons. And then the second reason, I was just like, yo, let me just like mix it up. Let me do something different.
Yeah.
And so I go, get a haircut, boom, hit the salon. And I'm like, what color should I do? And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do blonde, right? Because I've had my hair dyed red, blue in the past. But I was like, maybe I'll do blonde. So I dye it blonde. She spins the chair around. I look in the mirror and it's like orange. It's like orange. And I was like, oh no. I'm like, this is horrible. I'm gonna go to school. And I was in high school at the time. I was like, I'm gonna go to school and everyone's gonna be like, bro, you got orange hair. You got orange hair.
Call you Orange John.
Right, exactly. So funny story about that, right? So I go to a party later that night, right after I got my hair done. And I walk in and someone was like, the Orange John. And I was like, okay. All right, man, that's how you are? That's what you want to say to me? And then someone was like, Blond John. And I was like, now that has a ring to it. I was like, let me go ahead and claim the username real quick. And, ever since then, I've been Blond John.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I've been Blond John for a while. I like it, though.
It looks great on you.
Thank you.
It suits you.
Thank you. People always ask me, they're like, what happens if you don't have blonde hair? What happens if you go bald? And I'm like, and I'm the bald John.
Right.
So be it.
Roll with the punches.
Right. Literally. What about you, bro? What about your blonde hair?
Bro, I have no hair.
Bro, I actually, mad respect, because I want to shave my head, but I'm like, damn, like the brand, I can't do it. I have to stay blonde. You know what I mean?
I think you can evolve.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Like that.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, who was it? A buddy of mine, okay? Mm-hmm. He had a mohawk.
Right.
He was known for this mohawk.
Yeah.
Right? He had the same idea. He thought that if he got rid of the mohawk, it would ruin his brand. Mm-hmm. But it didn't. Because I guess people saw it as an evolution of of his growth.
Right.
That was that phase of his life.
Right.
Now you're in a new phase.
Right. That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah. Because I've had obviously my hair very short, and I'm like, okay, I go outside and I can feel the sun. I actually do feel a difference. Like when it is short, I'm like, wow, this is what it feels like. I can feel it. I can feel when it's cold, and I can feel when it's warm. So that's how I got the blonde hair. That's how I did.
I had dreadlocks.
Dreadlocks
down to my shoulders.
No way.
Yeah.
No way.
I'm gonna show you a photo.
Yes, you got to. Is there a way to pull it up on TV maybe?
Hold on, pull up my cell
phone. Dreadlocks is crazy.
Yeah, bro. I had dreadlocks.
How long did you have it for?
Had it for about 4 years.
4 years?
Yeah.
What made you cut it?
Society, life, having to get a job.
I feel that.
This was me at 19.
No way. Yeah. You look like a rapper.
A little bit. I was like at the growth of it.
Easy.
It eventually came down to here a little bit.
That's crazy. Yeah. That's super cool. Did you notice a difference when you cut your hair off? Because I know.
Bro, the way people treated me and saw me was night and day.
Really?
Oh, it was night and day.
Like when you cut it off, or when?
Once I started growing the dreads, right?
Right.
People's attitude towards me changed.
Got it.
And then when I cut it, it changed again.
Got it. That makes sense.
right?
That makes sense. Yeah.
Like, I don't know if it's racial. I don't know if it's, whatever the fuck it may be.
Right.
People's attitude changed.
Interesting.
So much so that I cut my hair and I got a job. After I got the job, I'm talking to my manager saying, yeah, I used to have dreadlocks like 6 months ago before getting this job.
Right.
And I showed her a photo and she goes to me, Leo, I'm really happy you cut it. I wouldn't have hired you
That's
otherwise.
crazy.
Yeah.
Right. Dang. Did you, because I know there's, for like the people who don't know, there's like a spiritual, like if you grow out your hair, you have really long hair, it's just like
100%.
spiritual attributes to it. When you cut it off, did you notice anything different, or like, did it feel still the same, or?
A little different. Like they do say that your hair it's like our antenna.
Right. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So going from that to bald, it's a huge difference.
But you are closer to the source, technically. You know what I'm saying? You get direct sunlight straight
True.
from the source.
That's my brain.
literally, straight from the source. Gotcha. Are you spiritual?
I am very.
Cool. You be meditating?
Oh yeah.
Sick.
Yeah. I like. I'm not a fan of still meditation. I've tried it. I
Right.
can do it, but I'm not a fan.
Right.
I'm more a fan of moving meditation. Like Tai Chi.
Okay.
Like Tai Chi, Guangzhou.
What is that like?
It's movements.
Movement.
So you're flowing and you're breathing. Right. And you're
Right.
Basically. So you're instead of you focusing on your breath, you're focusing on the movements.
Got it. Okay.
And that's what that's how you bring yourself to the now for the meditation.
Right. Okay. So it's like
It's very Chinese.
one with the movement.
Exactly.
It's like, okay, I think I've seen that in the movies where it's like, they're right there in front of the ocean, and it's like,
Right. So I'm a first degree black belt in karate. I did karate for like
shit.
15 years of my life. So that connects with me.
Right.
I relate to that very well, to these
dope.
movements.
I used
Yeah.
to be a purple belt.
Nice.
Yeah, I used to be a purple belt when I was like 12 years old.
Yeah, man.
But I need to go back. You know what I mean? I need to get a little black belt. I'll be good.
But
to go.
purple's pretty far.
Yeah. Purple's right there. But I think I'm a little rusty. Kind of forgot some moves. That's cool though. I think meditation. I think just being spiritual in general is very important on your journey.
Yeah.
You can receive a lot of answers just being with yourself, and I guess you could say going through all your thoughts and realizing, okay, this is what I need to be focusing on, and this is what I not need to focus on. Right?
How do you connect spirituality and God? Is that one the same for you? Is that two different things? How do you view that?
For me, I think it's one and the same. Right? I look at, this could be controversial, whatever, but Buddha, Krishna, Jesus, all of them are spiritual beings, right? All of them are spiritual beings.
I feel like you heard me say that and took it, because I say that exact
No way.
same thing. Buddha, Krishna, and Jesus
People don't know, man. They don't
are the
know.
three known, documented to be the enlightened ones.
Right.
To reach that Christ conscious level.
Exactly. What? They're probably maybe 1,000 consciousness, whatever, 800, 900, they send it. But it's like, that is the only way you can heal. Jesus was able to heal because he was able to transcend and raise his consciousness. That is the key. That is the reason why we are here on this earth, on this planet, is to raise our consciousness and evolve as beings, as entities. Because, again, there's a lot of distractions. There's a lot of things happening around you. And in that moment, it might seem very important. But if you just focus on your mind, you focus on the laws of the universe and meditating, then it's like you're really able to take that knowledge and, apply it everywhere in life,
What do you think about that movie, Sinners?
Sinners. Honestly, bro, I don't really watch movies.
Really?
Yeah, I don't really watch.
Do you know what I'm talking about, though?
I've heard of it. What is it about?
It's a new movie that just came out. The director is Ryan Coogler. He's the guy who directed Black Panther.
Okay.
It's with Michael B. Jordan.
Great actor.
Yeah. So it's I don't know how to pronounce it, but my understanding, it's about a variation of voodoo called Hoodoo.
Interesting.
Very African related. Right? And it's a story about essentially vampires and how there's witchcraft in the middle of it, this whole thing. So the debate is that if you're a believer of Christ, you shouldn't even go watch that movie. Right? Because it's so demonic. It's called Sinners.
Yeah, that's very demonic.
Right? But the other side is arguing that no, you actually should go watch it because it's the point of the movie is that even though there's so much demonic and witchcraft, God will still prevail.
Right.
Which is the message of the movie. Right?
It's a polarity. You know, it's like you gotta have this to have that. You know, you gotta have good to have bad. So it's like movies are interesting. You know, it's like I think a lot of the movies obviously out there. My favorite documentary is Matrix. You know, so.
I love how you said that.
Literally, favorite documentary is Matrix.
It's crazy how our entire generation is just stuck on that.
Right. Yeah.
You know?
Why do you think so?
Because it makes so much goddamn sense.
That is true.
It makes so much sense.
Yeah. Sometimes I feel like Neo. I'm like, I can control reality.
Yes. There is a physicist. Forgot his name. Black guy has a fro hanging down to here. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about.
Like a
thick
black
glasses.
Einstein?
Yeah. Anyway, according to him, he's done studies and calculations that within string theory, the fundamental layer of string theory is binary code zeros and ones.
All math.
So he says,
all math.
So we're literally in a computer simulation.
Yes, 100%. I think if you search up the definition of reality and stimulation, it's the same definition.
Yeah.
And it's very interesting. It's like when you think of like just the concept of like, you know, just beings being here on Earth, it's like,
it's mind-boggling.
Right. It's like, you know, why are we here? But then,
bro, we're walking pieces of meat that maybe came from apes, maybe not.
Right.
We live in a rock that's filled with water and land, flying through space around the fireball that we call us.
Literally.
You know what I mean?
Crazy, right.
Bro, it makes no sense.
Yeah, it's a trip. It really is a trip, honestly.
How old are you, Blond John?
I'm 24. I just turned 24.
Fuck, bro.
Bro, I'm getting old, bro. Tell me about it.
Fuck you.
Bro, I feel old as
bro, I got 13 years on you.
13? Yeah.
I know.
Nah, that was like a thousand. No, my bad.
I got 13 years on you, bro.
Bro, you look young though. You probably look like maybe like 29.
I'm 37.
29, yeah. Don't age. You be biohacking?
Smoked a lot of weed, bro. I don't know if that helped or did anything.
Do you still smoke weed?
Sometimes, yeah.
Okay. Hybrid?
You know, I don't care.
Yeah. Just
I
weed.
never cared. I was a cannabis cup judge in Amsterdam.
Okay.
2011 and 2013.
You said that cannabis
cup.
cup.
Yeah.
Judge. What is?
So.
Tell me a little bit more.
So, I don't think they do it anymore. But High Times, the magazine, they used to host Cannabis Cup in Amsterdam.
Okay.
You been to Amsterdam?
No, I haven't. But I heard it's fun.
You gotta go.
That's where they have all the bracelets, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Or necklaces.
They have over 600 coffee shops.
Wow.
That sell weed. You can go in there and smoke, buy weed, whatever you want.
At coffee shops.
At coffee shops. Yes.
Wow.
You go buy weed, buy coffee, sit, drink your coffee, roll your joint, smoke your joint.
That's crazy.
Super dope. Yeah, it's crazy. About 10, 12 years ago, once a year, these coffee shops, they used to compete to see who has the best weed strain. So that's where the Cannabis Cup was born.
Got it. Okay.
And it was sponsored by High Times. So you had the ability to pay to go become a judge. So me and my buddy paid, flew out there, and became judges.
Right.
So we had this judge's pass, right? It was super legit. We had a clipboard with like, bro, we had to grade the weed on taste, smell, texture, crystals, this whole thing. Anyway, so we walked into the coffee shop. They saw our judge's badge. They would give us a sample of what they put up for competition.
Right.
Be their hash, it be their oil, it be their shatter, whatever it may be. And we're there sampling it, trying it, testing it, grading it, submitting the answer.
Wait.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Wait, so you just essentially for hours on end that day.
Bro,
you were
for a whole
faded.
week.
You were just
Stoned all week, every single day.
that is crazy.
Crazy.
That is wild.
And then there are certain restaurants where you can go and smoke weed in the restaurant. And then at the end, there was a big concert with Snoop Dogg, Cypress Hill. It was crazy.
No, it was wild.
It was wild.
It's so funny how like the universe works. Essentially, like almost like the same story, but you know, it was in LA. It was me and my buddies. We had like a group of like 20 people, right? Huge group, and I was like, "Yo, guys," I was like, "Let's go." And essentially, let's have a weed competition. Let's see who can roll the best joint or the best blunt, whatever.
That's dope.
And we'll have we'll have three judges, you know, smoke every single blunt, whatever. And
Lucky judges.
Right, literally. And so we all get there, and we're just like rolling. And it was honestly, it was pretty crazy. There's a lot of people there. And the only goal was is whoever can make the best blunt wins, right? And the judges start, you know, smoking. By like the third person, because there's 20 people in this competition, by the third person, they were just
Obliterated.
they're like,
what the fuck?
10, 9, you know, 8, just saying random numbers. But that was like a core memory that was like always stuck with me because I was like, okay, like that seems fun. And
Yeah.
now hearing it, I'm like, wow, that's crazy that there's actually competitions like
There
that.
is.
That's super cool.
And to your point, actually, they teach you to pace yourself, right? Go to one coffee shop, then go eat something,
right.
right? Go drink a coffee,
Right.
Go chill out for a little bit. Don't mix it too much back because then it's hard for you to judge.
Okay, so essentially you guys would go to different coffee shops and then you would test or judge.
Right.
Got it. Okay.
Right.
Got it. That does make it a lot easier.
So clearly my second time going was way better than my first time because I knew more what to do. So my second time, what I did was, instead of going like, okay, so I'm in this town that has like 3 coffee shops.
Right.
Instead of going to all 3, I'll pick one coffee shop in each town. So it takes me like an hour or 2 to get to each one. So when I get there, I'm good to go.
Smart.
Right?
Very smart. Very smart.
Plan that, you know.
Super cool.
Yeah, it was very cool.
So that was then. When did you stop doing that?
The last time I went was 2013,
2013.
about 12 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you ever thought about like going back?
They don't do it anymore.
Really?
It moved because back then it became legal in Colorado, and they moved it there.
Got it. Okay.
They're from Amsterdam to Colorado, and I think they had it in LA one year.
LA. Dope.
I
You been to
think.
LA?
I've been to LA twice in my life. The
You like
last
it?
time was 2 years ago.
Yeah. Do you enjoy it?
I did.
Yeah. What'd you do out there?
I went there for a mastermind.
Okay.
I was there for 6 days. I was in Dania Point.
Okay.
Dana Point. But then I went to LA. Downtown LA. I went to Venice Beach.
Venice Beach.
Chilled there. Love
Very-
Venice Beach.
Very interesting place.
Yes.
Very.
Very interesting place. Very. Like, very.
Yeah, it's like you see like tweakers on freaking roller skates and
Yes.
hippies and
Yes.
bodybuilders.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's insane.
Ball players, this whole thing. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy. And then we drove by Hollywood. Drove by Beverly Hills before it burned down. Fucking crazy.
Right. Yeah, that was pretty wild.
Yeah. Were you there for that?
No, I literally left the day right before.
Really?
Yeah, so the day right before, my spirit was like, hey, Blond
Get the
John.
fuck out.
Hey, you should go over here. And I was like, and then.
Are you in that area? Is that where you live?
It's probably like 45 minutes. I was able to see it when I did get back.
That's
but
crazy.
no, I wasn't in that area. I had friends though who lost their houses.
Bro, what do you think happened? You being there, like, what do you think happened?
Wow. I don't know, man. To be honest,
Tim Four hat.
to be honest, it's like it's one of those things where it's like you never really know unless you know, right? I mean, I guess I can assume or make
Speculate.
speculate, right? But I don't know. You know, I don't know. It is an interesting coincidence, you know. You know, celebrity houses were torn down, maybe. Yeah.
As a podcaster, I needed a place to share my voice and hear other stories. That's how Forge Studios was born. A place created not just for me, but for everyone searching for something more. An environment where as soon as you walk in, you feel the energy and you feel welcomed. Where being seen and heard is part of the experience. A place for entrepreneurs to share their journey, for creators to bring ideas to life, for businesses to grow authentically. A space that values mental health, encourages real conversations, and supports those who turns ideas into impact. Here at the Forge Studios, creativity, culture, and purpose aligns and comes together to help you create something greater. A place where we leave the filters behind and we start expressing ourselves for real. The Forge Studio. Your journey starts here. Your impact starts now.
Do you think it's possible, hypothetically, do you think it's possible for Wildfire to pick and choose which homes it wants to burn down?
I don't think it's possible, but do I think it's possible as far as like controlled weather? Yes.
Controlled weather.
Yeah. You know?
Interesting.
Yeah. A couple fans. Hey, go over here. That location right here.
That's
Gotta
crazy.
fire real quick. Gotta get rid of something. This house, that area too.
Wow.
Yeah. Telepathic.
LA's dirty, bro.
LA is pretty crazy.
Grimy.
Yeah, LA is pretty crazy. But I'm not gonna lie though, like being out there in LA, so I dropped out of college my freshman year. In my first year of college, I was doing social media, so that's where I blew up on TikTok. Got like 4 million followers on TikTok, whatever.
It's incredible.
Thank you. Shout out to all my fans.
4 million.
Yeah.
Why do you think 4 million people follow Blond John?
I like to entertain people. And personally, I think I'm very entertaining. And
I agree.
Thank you.
You are.
Thank you. And so
You have a very light vibe to you.
thank you, brother.
You know?
Thank you.
You feel very chilled, very,
Just mellow.
yeah,
in a way.
exactly.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. And so like when it comes to like social media, honestly, at first, when I hit my first million, I was like, oh my God, this is crazy.
How old were you?
I was 21.
21, getting a million followers.
I was 20.
That's crazy. Can't even drink yet.
Right, literally. Yeah. Couldn't drink. 20 years
Legally.
old. Right, legally. I was in Mexico all the time.
I bet. Tijuana's right there.
But it is crazy though. Like, as long as you have fun in the process, I think that's the most important part. You know, it's like you got to enjoy the process, and you got to acknowledge, like, look, I got fans, I got people that support me, and want to see my content. And so it's always like a constant, like, what can I do to entertain them? What can I do to entertain myself? What videos can I create that I, genuinely enjoy creating that I can put out there, right? Because if you genuinely enjoy the stuff that you create, then other people are gonna resonate with that video. And that's how it works. As long as you're, being real and being transparent, authentic, with your videos, then it's gonna come out exactly how you want it to.
Just to play devil's advocate, what if someone comes to you, John, I'm doing all that. I'm being authentic. I like my videos, but nobody else does.
I'll be like, look, man. And I'll be like, that's a great question. And I would go ahead and analyze your social media profile and be like, well, what am I doing wrong? Go and look at, the biggest people, Logan Paul, Jake Paul, all these big, influencers, and see what they're doing differently and see if you can add that into what you already have. And if you think that nothing's wrong with your content, then just keep posting. Because as long as you keep posting, I guarantee one video will blow up. It's just a numbers game. The more you post, The more views you get, the more you're in the algorithm. The more you're in the algorithm, it's just a number game. Look at Tate. Look at all the biggest streamers. They have clippers clipping thousands of videos, posting thousands of videos every single day on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, right? And that's the reason why they're making $10 million a month, is because they got people that are pushing out content on behalf of them.
Does that strategy work, having clippers?
Yes. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. I mean, if you think about it, like, just logically, right? This podcast, we take this podcast and we clip it up. I mean, we get 200, 300 clips and we start posting. It could be the same video. We can mix it up, whatever. We start posting 20, 30, 40 videos a day on TikTok for a month straight. The podcast is going to blow up. It's going to get views, especially if you clip farm, which is where you say crazy stuff or do crazy stuff to where people are like, what the fuck just happened? Let me go watch the video, Clip farm. It's all character. All character if you're clip farming.
My gears are turning.
Yeah, you got to do it, bro. I mean, I think you kind of already do it, though, because I was looking
Not to that volume, though.
Okay.
Not 20, 30 a day, no.
Yeah,
I'm like at maybe 10.
10 a day?
Probably, yeah.
Like same videos?
No, different videos.
How's it being like, you have like your own style when it comes to editing?
I do.
Dope. That's important.
Yeah.
You have your logo on?
I do.
Perfect. That's very important. Because you've seen like the steak, right? Steak, Roubet, how they have like their logo and stuff.
Yep.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing. This is going to be like...
Or even Tate with his horse logo with his...
Mm-hmm. It's the same thing. This is going to be the new way of marketing. Brands, retail stores, personal brands, they're going to have, Leo CLIMACO right there on every single video. It doesn't even have to be yours. It could be a video that you repurposed, edited, made it unique to your own, and then you just put Leo CLIMACO, and it's a numbers game. The more people will see it, it's more familiar.
Which platform do you think is the best to gain the most followers, I would say? Probably TikTok, right?
Yes. So as far as which platform like converts better, TikTok is the best one as far as like blowing up very quickly. You get a lot of views very quickly. Instagram, the value per, I guess you could say, per follower is a higher conversion. So it's like someone
It's a more serious follower.
Right. Someone on Instagram is more likely to buy your course, opt into your community, rather than someone on TikTok.
Got it.
YouTube, I feel like it's a little bit like TikTok, unless you're doing long form content like this, And then Snapchat. A lot of people sleep on Snapchat. You can make a lot of money on Snapchat.
Bro, I haven't been on Snapchat in like 3-4 years. It's crazy.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, Snapchat is just
I
like...
completely forgot it existed.
Really?
Yeah.
You got to download it, bro. You got to post the clips on there.
Really?
Yeah. They'll pay you out. I believe the CPM...
So they're no longer just a messaging app. They're now a full social media app.
Oh, yeah, bro. It's like, if you go on there, it looks like TikTok. Yeah, it looks like TikTok. It's like, you can scroll. You have Snapchat Spotlight.
Really?
Yeah, it's evolving. Definitely evolving.
Have you heard of Flip?
Flip.
It's this TikTok imitator. And they're paying people to swipe.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
They give you credits.
Got it.
Okay?
Yeah.
And every swipe gives you like 5-6 cents. Right? And they're big on products. So you can use those credits to buy products that others are selling through Flip.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
When did they? Is this like a new app that
New app,
came out?
yeah. FLIP. It's
Are you sponsored by them, brothers?
I am not.
Little brand deal.
No, not at all.
Hey, Flip, if you see this right now, I need you guys to hook up my boy.
For real.
All right? Right
For
now.
real. I just promoted y'all.
Literally.
For free.
Free promo. Don't play it. Don't play it.
But I just thought it was so interesting, but also unsustainable.
Yeah.
How long can you do that for?
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, it's similar, very similar to like clipping, for example, right? Because these agencies will have a group of maybe 2,000 people, and within this 2,000 people, it's like you paid 40 cents per 1,000 views, right?
Okay.
Right. So they post a video, boom, gets 1,000 views, submit the link, get paid 40 cents. At scale, you can make some damage, but then again, if you don't have a product, course, community, or if you don't have anything that's gonna funnel everyone that's seeing these videos back to like, you know, a central hub, I think it's pointless unless you just want, you know, maybe the ego boost to get a lot of views
The
and
ego boost, yeah,
impressions, you know. But like, it's so important to have a community because I know you know this. Like, you have a community.
100%.
And it's like, that's your backbone. That's your cult. That's the people who are going to stick by you forever.
Yes.
You know? So whoever has the biggest community wins.
Do you think it's more size or quality?
I think quality.
Yeah.
I think quality. I think if you had, you know, a small group, not even small, because if there's 30 people in here right now, it'd be pretty packed.
Yeah.
You know? But if you had 30 people that are just dedicated, you know, hustlers, grinders, like their mindset's just on point, everyone's in alignment together,
Yeah.
you can do so much more damage than having a group of 1,000 people where, you know, people are just like, figure it out, man. You know? So I think it does come down to quality. It does come down to quality, yeah.
What are you offering currently? What are your services?
To be honest, I do absolutely nothing. Yeah, absolutely nothing. So social media marketing. I have my talent agency. So currently I just kind of orchestrate brands and the influencers, and now just orchestrate the deal. So brands will come to me and they'll be like, hey, we want this influencer. Hey, you know, how much will it be for, you know, Kai Snap? And $70K for 10 minutes. Cool. Boom.
So you're the middleman and you make these deals.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's fun though, because when I first moved down to LA, right, after I dropped out of college, when I first moved down there, what I realized was in the influencer or creator community was that all these influencers, they were making videos, right? They're making videos, they're going out, and I'm like, oh, this is fun, and I was enjoying it as well. And then I just noticed, I was like, man, like some of these influencers are, you know, hey, bro, you need me to pay for, you know, your meal? Totally fine, totally cool, right? But I realized, I was like, dang, like, if you're getting sponsored by Cane's, Leo's getting sponsored by Cane's, right? And Kanye's getting sponsored by Target, right? I'm like, well, I want to get sponsored by Target and Cane's. So what I ended up doing was I told all my friends, I was like, hey, go ahead and put my my talent email inside of your guys' TikTok page. So I had about 7 influencers and combined, like maybe 500 million followers combined. They all put my business email inside of their TikTok page. And so brands were contacting me, and I was orchestrating these deals on behalf of them because sometimes influencers don't check their email. Sometimes influencers, you know, lag on a response. Right? And so I had all these connections to all these brands, and I was just orchestrating stuff. You know, I was just like, okay, cool. This is who you need. This is my roster. This is who I have. What can we do? You know, take a sub-management fee of like 20%, and then call it a day, you know? So, I mean, I'm a connector, bro. I like connecting people. I mean, that's why we're here to serve. You know, we're here to connect. And so that's
incredible.
Thank you.
I definitely need your help.
I got you, bro. Yeah, I think the entrepreneur world can level up their game as far as like brands and promos.
Yeah.
And even like podcast run.
Yeah.
You know?
So I have an entire branding content package that I put together.
Okay.
For my clients, but I'm getting stagnant on my leads. And I feel like I need to do something to get the name of this studio out there.
Right. And what are you currently doing?
We're averaging about 10 to 15 a month.
Okay. And then as far as like, I guess you say like bringing in the leads, how are you guys pulling in that traffic?
Currently, it's been through my network. Mm-hmm. I've gone to a couple of events where I was a sponsor of the event.
Okay.
So I gained access to the email list.
Smart.
So I've been running off of that since January.
Okay. And then you guys just been pushing out email.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. Emails, cold calling.
Right.
So we've gotten a couple clients from that, but it's starting to get stale a little bit. So I'm trying to figure out what's the best angle. You know, which way can I attack that's the most efficiently?
I would say video content. I think video content beats everything. So what I would do is I would have like a UGC creator, right? Are you familiar with UGC?
No.
user-generated content. So these are individuals, you've probably seen it on Instagram or TikTok, where someone's like, hey, I just got this product from TikTok shop and X, Y, and Z things, and they kind of like promote it in a slight way.
Yeah.
There's a huge network of UGC creators out there, millions. And so what you do is you pay them, you give them a script, and this script can be about the branding agency, whatnot. And they'll go ahead and film the video for you, almost like a testimonial. They'll film the video for you, have your editor go, clip it up, chop it up, do whatever you need to do to make it look nice and pretty.
Right.
But if you do that at scale, again, eventually you're going to get people to opt in. I would say too, I would start getting like a little bit more creative with the way you're making the videos. So there's a UGC aspect of it, but also taking it, in real life, IRL. Go up to, or have some people go up to, a local business, ask them like, hey, what are your pain points? What are your problems? How's your branding? I've noticed this. And you show people the process of you helping them, the retail business, developing their, the branding, right? That's the video. Right? Because people like to see the process. Like and subscribe for part 2, and you like end it. You end it right before, you show what you did for them. So I would do that. Yeah, be
Very
more in real
interesting.
life. Yeah, if you can do that outside.
I like that.
Ideal. Yeah.
That's very creative.
Yeah. So you get more people engaged, hooked in. I think you got it, bro. Like, you got everything, bro. You got the whole setup. All it is, again, it's just like whoever can push out the most content and who's ever the most creative when it comes to cold calling, emailing, and making videos.
Yeah.
Wins, like Andrew Tate, his method is say crazy stuff on a podcast, true or lie, whatever. Maybe he believes it, maybe he doesn't.
Right.
But it gets attention. Money goes to attention, Money goes to attention.
Who would you say are your top influencers that you deal with?
Well, I deal with a lot of influencers. I deal with a lot of different influencers. I would say my favorite like niche to work in, definitely the streamers. And then the YouTubers and streamers, yeah. So that's very fun because they have they're able to do a little bit more, like, they're able to be a little bit more creative when it comes to brand deals.
Right.
Rather than it being like short form or TikTok or Instagram. You only have so much, leeway space to integrate a brand into their video. Yeah, Twitch, Kick, and YouTube, top 3 platforms. I would say are the best influencers that I work with. I'm not gonna say any names. You know what I'm saying? Kind of already said one though. Yeah, it's fun. I think one of the best parts is, again, connecting and meeting new people.
Yeah.
And you probably know how important that is in
It's
this line of
huge.
business.
It's everything.
Yeah. How's that helped you? Like, as far as like just within your journey, like what are some of like the biggest lessons or like takeaways when it comes to meeting new people or just business in general?
Don't underestimate anybody. Don't
huge.
underestimate anybody. Don't ever judge a book by its cover.
Huge.
You may meet someone and you may have certain frames that you're stuck in your brain about that person or about their look or about their whatever, the way they speak, whatever it may be, right? Like, throw all that away.
Right.
Throw all that away.
Very true.
Everyone can help you
Yes.
in one way or another,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. That's true. You have like a specific like example or like a experience that you've experienced
Yeah.
that kind of ties along with that?
Yeah.
What is that like?
I met someone. I actually interviewed him. And bro, you look at this guy and it doesn't match with who he is.
Right.
The way he dresses, his hair, tattoos all over his face, tattoos all over his body. Does not match. The sweetest, kindest human being you will ever meet, someone who is in complete service, someone who's here to help humanity, you know?
Yeah.
And if you're walking on the street and you see this person, that's not what you would think.
Right. You'd be like, he probably, he
Right.
looks mean. You
Yeah.
know, he's
Right.
probably went to jail.
Probably a little scared of him.
Right.
As a podcaster, I needed a place to share my voice and hear other stories. That's how Forge Studios was born. A place created not just for me, but for everyone searching for something more. An environment where as soon as you walk in, you feel the energy and you feel welcomed. Where being seen and heard is part of the experience. A place for entrepreneurs to share their journey, for creators to bring ideas to life, for businesses to grow authentically. A space that values mental health, encourages real conversations, and supports those who turns ideas into impact. Here at the Forge Studios, creativity, culture, and purpose aligns and comes together to help you create something greater. A place where we leave the filters behind and we start expressing ourselves for real. The Forge Studio. Your journey starts here. Your impact starts now.
And he's probably more scared of you than you are of him.
Right, literally. That's funny.
You know, sweetest dude.
It is true though, you know. Never judge a book by its cover.
No.
And you know, yeah, I mean, it's just better that way too. It is better that way because it's like, again, you walk in there with certain, you know, paradigms or frames in your mind.
Right.
It's like now you have expectations,
Exactly.
you know, and then it's like slowly by slowly your expectations start getting broken and you're like, shit.
And just fall off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you're like, no, this is not what I thought. It doesn't
Right.
work that way.
Do you as far as like self-help, do you study like NLP or like frame, like what type of like self-help frameworks or?
It's a great question. So 3 years ago, I began this whole journey.
Okay.
Okay. About 3 years ago, I had a stuttering problem that I wanted to get rid of. And I found one of the best speaking coaches in America, a guy named Dave Van Hoots. Shout out to Dave. Good dude. And he taught me speaking course level 1, level 2, NLP, and hypnosis.
Sick.
Yeah.
Dope.
He's someone that taught you how to sell and speak from stage, and how to use certain words to entice and manipulate,
Right.
and to encourage.
Like embedded commands. and,
Exactly.
like suggestions and whatnot.
Exactly, 100%. So yes,
That's cool.
I have studied that, and helped me get to where I am today.
Right. Okay. Oh, I've studied it a little bit. Josh is definitely more on like NLP, like hypnosis, very, very like deep into it. He'll get you in a trance you won't even know. Nah, he's like, Josh is like AI. I swear he's like an AI. He's not even real. He's just AI. You'll see what I'm talking about. But yeah, I think it does help. You know, it's like if you can hypnotize. I mean, all of us are hypnotized.
Oh yeah,
You know, so if you can hypnotize yourself to make more money, hypnotize yourself to, again, not stutter, right? That can change your entire life. you
Oh,
know?
yeah.
It can change your entire life. It's funny. I used to, so when I was born, I was able to hear, right? But then I went deaf. So the first 4 years of my life, I wasn't able to hear. And I had to get 4 surgeries on my ears to hear again. I remember the first time I was able to hear birds. I was driving back from my surgery. It's like, Mom, what's that noise? And she was like, those are birds. And she starts crying, just tears going down her face. Had to take like speech classes for like 6 years.
what a moment for her.
Right, literally, right? Took speech classes for like 6 years to learn English, right? My main,
What was the
language.
issue? Do you have something clogged, not connected? What was the issue?
Honestly, it was just like, I don't know the exact like what it was because it was like multiple things, but I ended up having to get like tubes, whatnot. Yeah, it was just like a disconnect. It was a disconnect. So they had to like drill a hole in my ears, whatever, and connect it. And so when I get my ears clean, the water comes out straight out my nose. It's very interesting. But right, it's very interesting. But kind of similar, right? It's like I had to, relearn or learn how to enunciate and say certain words.
Yeah.
And even now, sometimes, like to this day, I'll stutter out, and I have to remind myself, okay, like, what are you trying to say? Fucking say it, nigga. You know what I mean? Like, just say it. And so I think that's cool, bro. I'm definitely gonna look into. You said his name is Dave.
Dave Van Hoos.
Dave Van Hoos. All right.
VanHoose.
Okay. Cool. See that, guys? If you're watching, I made you up, brother.
He's a good dude. He's a good.
That's
He
super cool.
taught Russell Brunson.
Okay. Damn. He's a goat. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Russell's a goat.
ClickFunnels, yeah?
Yeah. He's you've been seeing what's been happening with him?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Wait, what happened with him?
Nah, it's just I saw this video online. It was just like his son was at a wrestling game.
Oh, I saw that.
And I was like, oh, it's crazy.
Yeah,
But I'm like,
yeah.
everyone goes through their times and moments. And it's like, you got to. It's how you get here.
Happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but he just did the last ClickFunnels.
Yeah. Yeah. It's he's been at this for a while.
And he's just a spokesperson.
Really?
He didn't make ClickFunnels. It's not his.
I thought it was his.
Nah, everyone does.
So he's just like the face of it?
He's just the face of it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's
A
crazy.
programmer made
Right.
ClickFunnels,
Got it.
but he wasn't marketable.
He didn't know how to do it.
No.
So Russell just came in and he's like,
Correct.
got
And
it.
became the face of it.
Got it. Yeah, I didn't know that. See,
Yeah.
I thought Russell
Yeah.
was the one who created
So
it.
it worked out perfectly.
Right.
The plan worked out
Right.
perfectly.
Not liable for anything. All right,
Yeah.
there you go. That's crazy.
Yeah.
You so I know a while back, you said you had like a community with you help kids with like not kids but men with like mental health, right?
Kind of. So
Kind
I
of.
own a therapy agency for kids with autism. Yeah. Based out of New York.
Nah, that's fucking sick.
Yeah. So we do in-home and in-school behavior modification. My wife, she's a licensed, board-certified behavior analyst. So she has a license from the state of New York to modify kids' behaviors.
Okay.
So about 7 years ago, we began this company.
Bro, that's amazing.
Yeah, she used to work for a lot of our competitors now, and she didn't like how things were done. Like these companies were just putting a physical body for these kids. They weren't matching
Right.
the competency of the therapist with the client, with the student.
Right.
So at that same time, I was going through my entrepreneurship journey, and we're like, bro, let's combine and let's do this.
That's freaking sick.
Yeah,
That's dope. What is that like?
it's interesting.
Yeah?
It's very rewarding
Yeah, I can see that.
because we get to help so many families, right? And the type of therapy that we do is very data driven.
Okay.
So we can see the progress of the kid, right?
Very satisfying.
So we can see where he was at 4 and where he is at 6 or at 7. It's night and day. You
Right.
know, a lot of these kids couldn't speak. Now they can speak,
That's cool.
right? A lot of these kids have like behavior issues where they're like hitting and biting and scratching, and we learn to slowly get rid of all these behaviors. You know,
So what are some like techniques? Like you don't have to say all of them, but like just like 3 of the main techniques that you've seen like work really well.
so I think the biggest one is routine
Routine.
for any kid.
Right.
But specifically for kids with autism, a routine is very important.
So just something that they got to do every single day.
Correct, because they don't understand or they're not very comfortable when they don't know what to do,
Right. Like anxious.
right? Right. Exactly, right? Even for us, it's hard to just be sometimes.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
So for them, the more things that are structured for them within their day, the smoother and easier the day is gonna go
That's crazy.
because they know what's coming up next.
Right.
Right? That's one. I think 2 is a reward system. Once again, something that's very routine based.
Right.
Right? Where they know, okay, if I
this.
brush my teeth, I'll get a star.
Right.
Right? If I eat my dinner, I'll get a star. If I get 5 stars, I'll get a piece of chocolate.
Right.
You know, something like that.
That's how my parents. Wait a second. Nah, that's crazy. Nah, my parents would be like, if you do chores, this was, you know, when I was a kid, you do chores. I legit got a star.
Yeah, it should be.
Parents, it's something you're not telling me. No. Never know.
Never know.
Never know. And the entire world can be, you know, it's not a bad thing.
Yeah, no, not at all.
It's perspective. How you deal with it.
Right. Mm-hmm. And I think a third one, let me see what third one. I think one thing that's important to know about these kids is that they're very sensory.
Right.
Right? Kids with autism, they're very sensory. So I think it's basically,
Like how so?
some of them hate loud noises. Like a fire truck is too loud for a lot of them.
Got it. So it's like,
They'll start covering their ears and they can't handle it.
Huh.
You know? Certain textures that, like clothing textures,
Right.
they don't like,
Interesting.
right? Things like that. So I guess it's learning what
Triggers.
exactly
What's
them.
the triggers?
Yes.
Ah, that makes sense. Smells,
What exactly?
taste.
What are their sensory triggers?
Ah,
But at the same time, right? Part of our job is to learn to break through those.
right.
You know?
Okay. That's cool.
Because a fire truck is a part of life. And they're gonna pass by you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they are.
And you have to learn how to deal with that.
Right. Very true.
You know?
Yeah.
You can't be an adult panicking that a fire truck is passing you by.
Right.
Right? Like learn to
Right. Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Very true. That's
yeah,
cool, bro. That's super fucking
very cool.
Yeah, that's dope.
So now, we should have done it sooner, but we didn't.
Why do you say that?
The goal for 2025 is to bring it down here to Florida,
Okay.
right? Because currently in New York.
Right.
So we've began in January. So we are now on the process of building a company here in Florida. Also,
Sick.
it's different because different states, different rules, different guidelines.
Right. Permits,
Right.
whatnot.
So we're currently in the process of getting the accreditation with the insurance companies and with Medicaid.
Okay. Cool.
And that takes like forever. It takes like 3 to 6 months for each one of them. It's a really annoying process. But
So
yeah.
you think by the end of the year you guys all maybe have
My goal is to be ready by the school year.
Okay. So what? Is that August?
Around there.
Yeah, August. Okay.
Yeah, around there.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely want to look into that, bro.
Yeah.
Seems cool.
Thank you, man.
Is it a nonprofit?
No, it's profit. For
Okay.
profit. Yeah.
Cool. Very cool.
Yeah. I think nonprofits are too complicated.
Yeah. I can see that. I could definitely see that.
Way too complicated.
I would have never known.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. It's fucking sick.
Yeah. Whip out a lot of kids. My wife's a beast, bro. She really is. She's really good at what she does.
How long you guys been married?
It'll be 9 years and 2 weeks.
Congrats.
Thank you. 9 years and 2 weeks. And we've been together for 19 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
19 since
Since we're 18.
high school or college maybe?
Yeah, 18.
Damn.
I was 18, she was 17.
High school sweethearts.
Mm-hmm.
Very rare nowadays.
Very rare.
Barely see high school
Very,
sweetheart.
very rare.
I feel like this generation's cooked.
Yeah.
This generation's cooked.
Yeah.
It's like, oh God, man.
We got 2 kids. I have 2 boys. I got a 5-year-old and a 2.5-year-old.
Okay. Oh, what, 3?
He'll be 3 in August.
Okay. How's that?
Fun.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is it a lot? You enjoy it?
Both. It's a lot and I enjoy it.
What's like the highlights like of having kids and just having kids like
Highlight of having kids. There are several highlights. I think a main highlight is you coming home and having your kids run to you screaming daddy.
right. Great feeling.
It's the fucking best. Like seriously, once you feel that, like it's incredible.
Yeah. That's dope. Just serotonin and
Yeah.
oxytocin just
Exactly. But I think to the other end of it, right? Bro, kids are your biggest teacher.
interesting.
We as adults think that we can only learn from someone older.
Right.
No, You can learn so much from a 5-year-old kid.
What have you learned?
Patience.
Patience. That's huge. That's a huge one. That is true. I've learned
How to be more gentle. How to have more empathy. How to care about things that I didn't give a fuck about, like Pokemon. You know what I mean? Like, I fucking love Pokemon nowadays.
Right.
Me and my kids sit about, like, during the era of Pokemon, I was a teenager and I didn't care about it.
Right.
Did not care.
But now it's like,
But now my kid is all into it. We're into Pokemon now.
right, that's cool.
You know?
Keyword, we're into Pokemon. So if they like it, I'm going to enjoy liking it too. Because
Yes.
I get to see them enjoy something that they like.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm very open to being 5 with him.
Right. I think that's the key, you know? You gotta be childlike. You gotta be playful.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta be, not take life so serious, but at the same time, take it serious.
Right.
You know?
We wrestle every Saturday morning.
That's dope.
It's Saturday morning wrestling.
That's fucking sick. That's like a tradition.
Yeah.
Sick.
So Friday night, I put him to sleep.
5 years old?
5 years
No
old.
way.
Yeah. And then, and then he goes, Daddy, tomorrow it's gonna be our wrestling match.
Where you guys do it at?
Living room.
Living room. Sick.
Yeah.
Fucking sick.
Living room wrestling match.
That's super cool. You guys have like, I guess like within, raising and teaching your kids what are like the main things that you're teaching them that you would have told yourself when, you were younger?
Self-worth.
Self-worth.
Self-respect. Respect.
Yes.
Right? Teaching them the foundation of our values. Right? Like, these are our family values, and we don't go beneath that.
Right.
Right? This is what we stand for.
Right. Okay.
Right?
Values, principles.
Exactly.
Okay. That's
Exactly.
cool.
Yeah. So basically teaching them that we stand for love. We stand for unity. We're here to serve.
Right.
We're here to be kind. And we're here to learn.
Right.
You know?
Then learn. Gotta learn as much as possible.
100%.
Consume the right information, the right videos,
Yeah.
Especially nowadays, it's like you can go on social media. It's so easy there's so much stuff out there,
Bro, there's so much.
It's like, I think I said this yesterday. It's like military's best weapon, secret weapons, social media,
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. PsyOps.
Yeah. Narratives.
Like, to be honest, I don't think my kid is having social media till he's like 15.
Really?
Yeah.
You think it'll hold up?
We'll find out. We'll find out.
That was a great
But
answer.
if he it won't be through me.
Right.
Like, his cell phone will be locked down.
Right. Now, I think that's smart. I think it's just like,
There's no need for that level of pollution at 15 years old.
yeah. There's just a lot
It's
of
just gonna
stuff.
pollute your mind for no reason.
No social media. The world would be better. In a way. It's an interesting balance, to be honest.
I agree. I agree.
Gotta be a
It
balance.
can be very useful,
Yeah.
but you have to know how to use it.
Right.
And kids don't.
All right. Do you use social media a lot?
I do.
Are you on it a lot?
I am.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Dope. I
Yeah.
am too. Don't.
I'm on it a lot.
I am too. I'll go on. I'll
More
post
than
it,
I
yeah.
want to admit, but I'm
Right.
on it a lot.
Okay.
But like my algorithm, I've made it so that it's giving me things that are going to make me better.
Right.
Like, it's seriously, my feed is Jesus, cars,
Yes.
content, working out, sports,
Entrepreneurship.
Exactly.
Yep.
It's things that are going to benefit me and not bullshit.
That's smart.
It used to be a bunch of bouncing ass and tits, and I over time I eradicated all that out of my feed.
Smart. Yeah. There should be a course. Someone should make a course on like how to
How to
flush out
reorganize
the
your algorithm.
Yeah, literally. How to make an algorithm,
Work for you.
Right. Exactly. Instead of work for them.
It's important.
Yeah. Yeah. Social media is crazy. It is crazy too how fast things can circulate. I think that's the coolest part, though. I think that's one of the biggest benefits of social media is like,
Right.
you know, you can hop on there, you can have post a video, whatever, and it's like, boom, next day it can get 20 million views. And you're like, oh, shoot,
Isn't that
that's
crazy?
crazy.
It's like that.
Right. It's like 20 million people saw this video, you know, but it all comes down to how you use, you know, your platform.
Like, what's his name? Ashton Hall.
Ashton Hall. Why does it sound familiar?
The dude with the water.
Oh,
the,
that's the
Yeah.
That's the you're talking about the
yeah.
yeah.
This dude blew up for putting his
Insane.
face in a jar of water.
Yeah. Nah. The little things where you're like, maybe this might go.
Crazy.
As a podcaster, I needed a place to share my voice and hear other stories. That's how Forge Studios was born. A place created not just for me, but for everyone searching for something more. An environment where as soon as you walk in, you feel the energy and you feel welcomed. Where being seen and heard is part of the experience. A place for entrepreneurs to share their journey, for creators to bring ideas to life, for businesses to grow authentically. A space that values mental health, encourages real conversations, and supports those who turns ideas into impact. Here at the Forge Studios, creativity, culture, and purpose aligns and comes together to help you create something greater. A place where we leave the filters behind and we start expressing ourselves for real. The Forge Studio. Your journey starts here. Your impact starts now.
Yeah. Nah, I just literally I didn't know who that was until maybe like last week. Josh like, Ashton Hall, you blew up on Instagram. And I was like,
Blew up. He has like 15 million followers.
insane. I think now though, I think Instagram is going to be like TikTok. How TikTok was back in 2018, 2019? Yeah, 2018, 2019. Because when TikTok first started, I hopped on the platform, and I'm not gonna say it was easy to get followers, but it was a lot easier. And so
Right.
they were pushing people like crazy. You know, Charlie D'Amelio, all these big
Right.
influencers were getting hundreds of thousands, if not millions of followers. And so I think Instagram is now transforming into that. You know, I think Instagram is now letting people have the opportunity to blow up like Ashton. You know, to have that very quick blow up, as long as you're consistent.
I think he seems to be the right guy for it.
Yeah, he does.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. I was not expecting his voice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, oh, crazy.
Yeah.
You know, it's big
A
guy,
huge dude,
right? It's like, hey guys.
but really interesting content.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. He knows how to hook people in.
Yeah.
You know, he uses kind of like you said, like sensory, like the sound, water,
Exactly.
ice, and then running intense.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Right. I wanted to recreate a video. I'll probably do it this week out here. Probably go to the same area that he did it and kind of stitch it together. Make a little funny video out of it.
I thought about doing something like that too.
Hey, you should. Yeah,
You know,
fun.
I've seen one where it's a guy running with 2 bottles of Saratoga water.
Yeah.
And then they clip it to him chasing them.
Yeah. Right. Ashton's chasing after him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely gotta do that.
That's pretty funny. So what's next for you?
What's next? So currently, music. So I'm doing music, and so that's fun. I get to go in the studio. I get to create.
That's dope.
I get to write, which I love writing, and
Singer, rapper.
yeah, singer. Yeah,
Singer?
like R&B. Yeah, singer. Yeah, not rap. I mean, I can rap, but
Yeah.
I like singing. Singing's cool.
I can see you like a Chris Brown.
Yeah, and my last name is Brown. Might have some related Brown Madrid, James Brown, Chris Brown. But,
Do you go by Blond John? Is that
yeah.
your singer name? Yeah.
Oh no, I go by Blond.
Blonde.
Blonde, yeah, Blonde, Blondie. That's why you're like, what should I call you? Either one. Yeah, so music, and then just scaling. Yeah, really just scaling. Working on the business with obviously my brother, doing this stuff for like panel rank stories, narratives.
Yeah.
And then just helping as many people as I can. Creators, influencers. Just connecting people and just bridging that gap. Yeah.
When's that first album coming out?
we're in April. Probably September.
We're in May, bro. May's tomorrow.
Yeah. September.
Okay.
Yeah. Probably September. Yeah. I got an EP coming out, so be EP.
That's exciting, bro.
It is. It is very exciting. You know, it's again, we're here to create. You know.
Yes.
So it's like
I've always wanted to sing. I don't have that voice.
you should try it. You should get in the studio, bro, and just say whatever's on your mind and just put a beat on. That's how it starts. You know?
Like, fuck how you sound. Just,
Nah, definitely
just
not.
go
Don't,
for
definitely
it.
don't fuck how you sound. You know? You definitely want to make sure you sound good. But it's fun just to go in there too, like just to
Right,
you know,
just
fuck
play around, explore. Yeah.
Fuck how you sound, man. Just go in there and just say random stuff.
Auto-tune that shit.
Right. Just as much as you can. T-Pain, good to go. Yeah, so music's next. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to see where that goes. Yeah.
Are you planning to come back to Miami?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're actually looking at condos yesterday. Yeah, we're looking at condos. And so, yeah,
The
Miami,
energy's down here.
It is, bro. The energy's down here.
It left LA, it left New York, it came to Miami.
Right. It's like, I don't know, people out here are very chill. It's very diverse. That's
Very
what I noticed.
diverse.
Very diverse. And so, like, being out here, it's almost like a family vibe. You know, it's like everyone's family. And it's like, I haven't had a bad experience at all, honestly, in Miami, to be honest, yeah. But it's like, Miami's just lit, you know? You got good food. Good
Probably one of the
people.
best restaurants are down here in Miami.
Which one?
I love Gecko.
Gecko?
I love Mila.
Yep.
I love what's that one?
Sexy Fish?
I actually never been there.
Me either.
Mia is also good.
Haven't been there.
Mia's good. What's Zuma?
Zuma?
Love Zuma.
Okay.
I just went to a new one. Golden something was dope too. So many restaurants.
Golden. No, never mind. Different restaurant. Yeah, there's a lot of restaurants.
So many.
Yeah. The food out here is amazing. Very good.
It has to be.
Right. Yeah.
Otherwise, you won't be in business.
Very true. Very true. And there's a lot of people out here, bro. It's like when you come out here to Miami.
Oh, Komodo also.
Komodo, yeah. Komodo's good. Komodo's good. You come out here to Miami and you're like, boom, you go down to Brickell or whatever, and immediately you run into someone and it's like, who's? You know, it's like,
Right.
I'm an entrepreneur or I'm a content creator or I'm an artist, producer, whatever it may be. It's like you just meet so many cool, dope fucking people in such
Yeah.
a short period of time, you know, in a small area, very quickly.
Very.
Yeah. It's almost like you get richer out here. You know?
You
It's like-
can because that energy is pumping.
Right.
Right? If you can tap into that frequency, it'll come to you.
Exactly. It's the energy, everything. Yeah. I enjoy Miami, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's Miami and Long Beach are a little bit, I mean, they're different, but it's kind of the same vibe as far as like the beach. Long Beach has, you know, less yachts and whatnot, less cooler restaurants. But, you know, it does have its perks. You got LA there, you got San Diego. So that's cool. Yeah.
What is that perk though?
As far as like going to LA?
LA, San Diego. Yeah.
I just have a lot of like friends in LA.
Got it.
You know, a
For
lot of
you, it's a
friends.
perk. I understand.
Yeah,
Got it. Because you have the connections. Got it.
Right. Yeah. So it's connections, you know, like to go out, you know, club owners, meet club owners, whatnot. Yeah, it's cool. It's a cool
Yeah.
vibe, you know? I'm coming back though. I'm coming back to Miami.
Here's what I would say, okay? Back to our hair conversation we were having earlier.
All right.
I would cut it,
Yeah.
but not full bald. Leave a little buzz cut.
Right.
And then make that blonde.
Buzz cut.
You know?
Okay. I see what you're saying.
Kind of like 2000s Eminem.
Okay. I see what you're saying.
You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Or Kanye West.
Yes.
Blonde Kanye West.
Exactly.
Chris Brown with his blonde hair.
Like that.
Okay. I can see that. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do that. It's funny. I just got a haircut like before we came here too. But like I was like thinking about it. I was like, should I shave it?
Like,
Should I
it looks
shave it?
authentic.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, definitely want to shave it.
You and I, well, when I had hair, we have the same hair.
Let's go. What do you mix with?
My dad is white, my mom is black, but both Brazilian.
Oh shit. Sick.
So I'm right in the middle. My mom's entire family comes from Bahia, which is a city in Brazil where the slave ships came in.
Okay.
It's very African.
Okay.
My dad's from the south side of Brazil, which is very European.
Oh. That's
Yeah.
dope. Heck yeah. It's honestly I wouldn't have expected you to be, black. You know what I'm saying?
I'm like, right, bro, like people like to think what they like to think.
Right, right.
Right? Like, I let them think whatever they want.
I can see it now though. I'm like, okay. Light skin. I'm like, what's up?
Yeah, I'm extremely light-skinned.
Yes, yes. Like, almost like Josh.
Yeah,
Josh is very light skinned.
yeah,
Yeah, you guys the
yeah.
same skin color.
But I have full nappy hair.
Yeah. Yeah, see, mine it is pretty nappy. It is pretty nappy.
Yeah,
you
no,
know?
we have the same hair, bro. I got the
Right.
little curls.
Right.
That if we have to pick it out, it'd be mad froey.
Right, yeah. I don't like to pick it out though. I'm like,
Yeah.
Let's keep it.
Same
You should
exact
have
hair.
seen it yesterday though. Yesterday, it was straight. I looked like a greaser. It was like straight back, like Malcolm X. Yeah, it looked pretty cool, but I was
What's your
like,
nationality?
me?
Yeah.
I'm a BMW.
BMW.
BMW,
What
yes.
does that mean?
Black,
White? No, black, moreno,
Mexican.
Mexican.
Right. And then you got white, black, Mexican,
Got it.
white, yeah. Spaniard. Hablas español?
¿Sí? Sí, yo hablo español y portugués.
Okay. No entiendo.
¿No entiende? No.
Un poco.
Un
that's
poquito.
fine. Sí, un poco. I can get around, I can go to Colombia, I can speak. Hey, can I get this? Can I have them?
I can
I have
see you
some
having
food?
a ball in Colombia.
Yeah, Colombia is fun. Yeah,
They probably look at you like,
yeah. Calm down. Chill.
no autographs, no autographs.
I'm only here for a week, guys. Come on, settle down. Colombia's cool though. Yeah, Josh loves Colombia too. Josh has a couple girlfriends out. He has a girlfriend out there in Colombia. Can't tell him though.
Can't wait to hear all about that.
Yeah. But yeah, black, white, Mexican, and best of all three worlds, I guess. Latin.
For real?
Yeah. So it's fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You want kids?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like 6.
You want, bro?
Six
All these
kids.
people wanting 4, 5, 6 kids.
Bro, it just makes
You better
sense.
get started.
I know, bro. I've been thinking that. I'm like, damn, I gotta get started, man.
For real.
You know, 6 kids, it just makes sense. I'm like, the more you have, obviously, like your family's going to like I want my family to be everywhere. I want, my kids to be, me and Josh talk about this all the time. One in Brazil, Europe, Portugal, America, Africa, wherever. But like, I want my kids to be, very diverse. And, when we have our family reunion, it's just like me and Josh combined, we have maybe 20 kids. You know what I'm saying? And it's just,
Fucking village.
I'm a whole soccer team.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely want kids. That's the whole point, while we're here. Reproduce, procreate,
Yeah.
so definitely gotta have kids. 6 kids. You gonna have any more?
Nah, bro, I'm done.
Yeah?
I wanted 4, settle for 2.
Yeah.
I'm good. Good.
All right.
Good, bro.
Yeah, it's probably a lot.
It's a lot.
Yeah, 6 is crazy.
If I think you need the right resources to have 6 kids.
Right.
You need help.
Yeah, no, most definitely.
You need 2 full-time nannies.
Yep. Chef,
You need a chef
Yep.
or a grandma to help.
driver.
You need something.
Yeah, you need a whole team.
You need a team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, most definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely a team. Gonna make that happen.
It's easier for a guy because you can have multiple women,
Right.
right? I think also if you're gonna do it with the same woman, it's very taxing on her body.
Yeah. Very true.
Not doable, but very taxing.
Yeah. Definitely gotta have multiple wives if you're gonna have 6 kids.
Yeah. My best friend Julian has 6 kids, 1 woman.
Wow.
He began at your age, 24. Had his first kid at 24.
I gotta get started. I got about 8 months before 25.
Yeah.
Gotta get
His
started.
first kid at 24. He has a 14, a 12, a 10, a 8, a 6, and a 2-year-old.
Jesus. That is crazy.
Could you imagine that?
That's a lot to handle.
That's a lot to handle, bro.
Yeah.
And there are times where his wife goes on like a mastermind,
Mm-hmm.
and he's with 6 kids at home.
Definitely not. No. Definitely. Nanny, I'm sorry. You know,
Yeah.
but some I always what's it called? I'll tell people, I'm like, yeah, when I have my kids, like before they go to sleep or in their rooms, I'm gonna have like, you know, binaural beats, you know, have like just like essentially just programming their subconscious mind, you know, the first like 4 or 7 years, just so they're beasts, you know, every single day.
What does that look like?
Probably like speakers.
Okay.
Speakers, right? I don't know if you heard it, but I think my phone is on, but I have a hemisync binaural beat playing as we speak right now.
Very cool.
Yeah, it just syncs the left and right brain. But yeah, I would have like speakers around the house
Yeah,
and stuff,
yeah.
and it would just be, you know, affirmations like, you know, you're great, you're the best, you know, you can do anything, you know, you're loved, all these different types of affirmations. So it's just like as they're growing up, they're getting filled constantly. As long as they're at their house, it's filled with just like love, endless love, you know? Yeah, just reaffirming it.
I love that.
Yeah. Be interesting.
Bro, get to work.
I know.
Go find you a girl. Go get to work.
Literally. Oh, God. I got to get to work, man. 24.
Where do you see yourself by 30?
By 30,
Yeah. How do you see your life structured?
I would say definitely probably out here in either, actually, I don't know if I would be in the U.S. I don't know if I'll be in the U.S., yeah. Maybe out the country. Definitely have a couple kids. And, yeah, just living, just traveling, enjoying new experiences, and probably still working on the business. Yeah, probably still working on the business.
Dropping albums?
Yeah, no, most definitely. I'll probably be like I'll be already settled. Mm-hmm. And so I'll be like just chilling, be like a Kanye, you know, just chilling.
It's a lot.
Yeah, just post random stuff online.
Yeah.
Just purely just to piss people off.
Just random
Right,
shit.
exactly. Just so the streams can go up. Boom.
One thing about him, right? Like, he'll expose himself before you expose him.
Right, it's smart though.
You know?
It is smart. You think about it, it's like that's the smartest thing to do.
Yeah.
'Cause-
Got nothing to hide, bro.
Right, you have all leverage. You're just like, Eric, this is what happened. And someone can't be like, hey, Kanye, I figured this out. I found out you did X, Y, and Z things. He's like, no, I did it. Here you go.
Yeah.
This is what I do.
Facts.
This is who I am. You know, it probably makes it easier. That's why-
Lighter.
yeah,
You're not carrying that shit around.
right. That's why he's able to just kind of do whatever.
Yeah.
He is like the definition of like, when I think of game character, I definitely think of Kanye. Yeah.
I see that. A
Yeah.
lot of those guys,
Yeah.
you
Who do
know?
think?
Like 50, Jay-Z, a lot of these guys.
Yeah. Little characters, you know?
Yeah. Their world, we're just living in it.
Right.
Fuck that. It's our world.
My world. I own it. Yeah. I'm excited.
Yeah, man. Your future looks bright as fuck.
Thank you, brother.
Bro, if I, like, that's probably one of my regrets in life, right? That, like, at 24, I definitely wasn't as organized as you are, or as structured, or as figured out. I think your generation has a lot more figured out a lot earlier.
Right. I honestly, a lot of it is due to social media. Again, you
Yeah.
know, it's like so much information gets passed along, and
Yeah.
now with AI, ChatGPT, it's like
It's
you can search up
crazy.
anything
So
and know
much
the
knowledge.
answers to it. You know, so it's definitely, you know, very different. But yeah, you know, you could be 24, 23, 22, 19, 18.
Doesn't matter.
Right. It's just like,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, you just go on YouTube, type in what you want to know, type in what you want to learn, and the answers will be right there in front of you. So,
My assistant, she's 21. She runs one of my companies, basically.
Connie?
No, not Connie.
I was like,
No.
21?
Connie's 21.
Funny.
But yeah, it's crazy how much responsibility I put on this 21-year-old that she's just handling it. You know?
Yeah, that's cool. Where'd you, how do you where do you source as far as your team? Are you
My whole team is in Brazil.
interesting?
My entire team.
Do you go out to Brazil a lot?
Once a year.
Once a year?
Yeah.
You're in Rio. What,
I'm in Rio.
2 years ago?
I was in Rio last year.
Last year.
I'm going back in July.
How was that?
Love it.
Yeah.
I love it out there.
Yeah, real dope. You
Real
always see the
dope.
movies, you know?
You got to go.
I know.
Bro,
Me too.
you would fit right in.
think
You
so?
look Brazilian.
Let's go.
You do. You could so pass for Brazilian.
Let's go. Maybe Dominican too.
A little bit.
Dominican.
Yeah. Either or.
Yeah, nah, you gotta go.
A lot of guys in Brazil have your hairstyle.
Yeah, just the blonde hair.
Yeah, a lot of guys down there. Seriously.
Y'all got it from me. I've been trying to talk more. I'm like, yo, everyone's out here copying me. You know what I'm saying? I was the first one who had blonde hair. Didn't you see?
As a podcaster, I needed a place to share my voice and hear other stories. That's how Forge Studios was born. A place created not just for me, but for everyone searching for something more. An environment where as soon as you walk in, you feel the energy and you feel welcomed. Where being seen and heard is part of the experience. A place for entrepreneurs to share their journey, for creators to bring ideas to life, for businesses to grow authentically. A space that values mental health, encourages real conversations, and supports those who turns ideas into impact. Here at the Forge Studios, creativity, culture, and purpose aligns and comes together to help you create something greater. A place where we leave the filters behind and we start expressing ourselves for real. The Forge Studio. Your journey starts here. Your impact starts now.
Eight years. Yeah, they're all copycats, you know what I mean? It's okay. It's okay.
It's okay. It's, you know,
Yeah, I started a trend.
it's a form of flattery,
Right, there you go.
you know?
Nah, yeah. I went to Colombia, and there's also a lot of people with the same hair. And I'm just like, oh, shit. I'm like, a whole bunch of blonde Johns everywhere. I'm like, what up, blonde John, Blondie? Yo, blonde, how you doing, man? You know, come on.
Will the real Blondie please stand up?
Right, I'm right here. Right. Yeah, it's funny. Very funny, very funny. I like Colombia. Definitely got to visit Rio. It's on my bucket list. I want to travel all of Europe very soon. After the 6 kids.
Nah, before the 6
Bring
kids.
all 6 kids. Why not?
Before the 6 kids.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you won't do shit.
Nah, I'll still do the same thing. We got the nannies. We got everyone on board, you know? Bring the nannies, bring the chef. Everyone's going to the club. Doesn't matter if it's, you know, my kids are 15 or 20. We're going to the club that I own. You know? You said what? 8 times more the cost. Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, for real.
It's all good.
Your poor kids.
They'll be good. They'll be good. Rich kids.
My man, what a great conversation, bro.
Thank you, brother.
It's a pleasure meeting you.
I'm glad I got to come out, bro. This is fucking
Hell
sick.
yeah.
Enjoy the conversation. And
You do exciting things. Like,
you.
you are the definition of a Gen Zer, in my opinion.
What does that mean?
It means that you chose not to follow the traditional path. You made your own path, and you're succeeding using the tools that were designed for your generation.
Okay. Thank you.
You know what I mean?
Thank you. Yes, no, 100%.
Yeah.
Thank you,
And it's
brother.
incredible.
I appreciate you.
Because
having me on here.
you are a person of your time,
Thank you.
you know?
Thank you. This is the best time that we're
Yeah.
ever going to be in. That we're living in right here, right now. It's time to change the world.
And you're doing it.
You are too, brother. I appreciate you having me on.
Thank you, bro. Do me a
excited.
favor.
Yeah.
Look at that camera right there. Let everybody know where they can find you, your social media, your program, your website, whatever you want to share.
Sweet. Follow me on Instagram, Blond with no O, BLNDE. And go to my YouTube channel, Blonds with no O, BLNDES. And yeah, you guys have any questions about business, talent agencies, clipping, whatever it may be, or even just someone to talk to, hit me up. I'll respond to you. And appreciate you guys watching. Thank you, Leo.
You're very welcome.
Thank
and
you,
bro,
Leo Steen.
stay tuned for that R&B album. That's what I'm excited about.
Facts. Very
That's
true.
what I want to hear.
Very true. Might
Hell
have the music
yeah.
playing right now on the outro. No, I'm just kidding.
Bro, give me a piece.
Okay,
I
I
would
got you.
100%.
Okay, I got you. We'll do it.
That
We'll
would
do
be
it.
fire.
We'll do it.
Yes, let's do that.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Guys,
Appreciate it, brother.
like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. I'm going to add all of John's contacts down below. Go follow him. See you guys later.